I want to draw the morality in this whole drama. My bite on it is the fact that politicians must be principled. I'm being frank with you. The former government, especially the hierarchy, did not exercise any sense of responsibility when it comes to issue of being principled in this.
But that's the kind of politics we do in this part.
But that is where we're coming to. Today, you have a politician who said, I will scrap it, and he has scrapped it. He didn't even say, I will scrap it. He said, within 100 days. And he's done that. I hope that will be the level we all will ascend to when it comes to political discourse.
But then do we...
keeping our word.
Yes, in honoring our promises, campaign or political promises, to the detriment of the economy?
You see, the person wouldn't say, I will scrap it, if the person had not already diagnosed the situation and found out remedies to be able to resolve. I sit here, I have areas where ATO has analyzed to be able to derive revenue to plug the gaps that have been created.
We
that
have
means
debts
that
to service, infrastructure deficits.
No, but you can't also always think about those things at the peril of your citizens. You understand? At the end of it all, the socioeconomic welfare of the ordinary Ghanaian should be paramount. Because that thing you are introducing is supposed to ginger the economy and help them. But if that thing will further aggravate and escalate their situation, it makes it very difficult. And that was why I thought that Bawumia then as a vice president, if I were him, I would have resigned. Because to me, if my belief was that that particular tax was not right, it's not good, and was not opportune at the time, and should know, he said it should never be implemented. That was his words, never be implemented. And then as the chairman of the economic management team, your Minister of Finance should go against your wish and direction and implement it. It means that I'm not respected. You understand me? I'm saying this because two of us are politicians. Sometimes our posture so that vindicates what people, the perception people have about it, that politicians are only a trough war. And maybe we are not quality. Because of the way, and you know, the funny thing is that you don't believe in it. After it's been introduced, somebody organizes a birthday and E-Levy was used as a cake, and you were there. You understand? You were there. So,
but I'm not sure to be written on the invitation that there will be an E-Levy cake.
No, you see, so when I got there and I saw that it was a E-Levy cake, I walked out.
You were there.
No, I'm saying, if I were him, on principle.
Sometimes it's good to mention names because people might have forgotten that particular,
Sorry, why do you do this?
No, for me, why we are journalists, we need to be honorable set. Am I lying?
It's convenient for him. You need to
refresh. No, it's convenient for me because I like painting pictures.
I have known you for some time. Me and you have had a situation where you did not agree to something. You told me, you walked out. Am I lying? I don't want to go into details.
No, but that is the point. If I don't agree to a subject, I'll walk away.
Yes.
But okay,
it gets to a level where I thought that, you see, the vice president will have given himself some credit at the time. If he has said that, look, I am totally against this. My government has not listened to me as the head of economic management team. The Minister of Finance has shown some disrespect to me and still want to go ahead with this tax. So I'm buying out. Nothing. No one can hold a gun to your head and say stay in office. Two, even when you were if you were against it, you went to a party, somebody's birthday party, and the cake was E-Levy. And you stood there and cut the cake. So where are your principles?
Party,
you understand? So that's what I'm saying. That is a morale that I'm taking from this. And as politicians, those are some of the things that we need to look at critically. Because you see, and then 2 years down the line, in a political campaign, in a political convenience, because you won't vote, you say, when you vote for me, I will cancel it.
No, but then again, on issues or matters of principle, he said from day one that he's against it. Yes. So now that he has an opportunity to lead, it's only fair that he sticks to it.
Consistency. In so many jurisdictions across the world.
Because you see, then the
when
ultimate power did not lie with him.
politicians are not happy against a particular decision that their government or the government they are serving in takes, they resign.
We heard about how many MPs asked for the removal of Ken Ofori-Atta, but none of them resigned.
So what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, that what I take from it is the morality of our principles. Today, we have a leader who says, I will do it, and he has done it. That should be the standard for all of us. That from today, we go by what we promise the people, we go by what we say on the campaign platforms. Not only a campaign platform, what we believe in. If we believe that this is wrong, we should not close our eyes to it. We should address it, we should talk about it, even when we are in government and the government is doing what is wrong. Because if we don't do that, we will not be able to sanitize the political space, and slowly people who are principled will walk out of it, and people who are unprincipled, people who don't have morals will be the ones who will take over the politics and finish this country.
Very well. Thank you.
There's something. Do you recall for the emission tax, there used to be luxury,
Luxury vehicles.
exactly, and amongst the luxury vehicles at the time was a septic, truck.
I think it was the model of it.
The model of
that
what?
qualifies it. So maybe the CC falls within a certain range.
No,
that
they
the
were
luxury
talking
vehicle
about
also fall
that
within.
the luxury vehicles were defined with the size, the size of liters also.
Yeah.
The engine
The engine
capacity,
capacity,
that was used. But again, it wasn't well thought through, because you can't call a septic truck a luxury vehicle.
There are some of them who are luxury. The ones that are used at programs and all those, they look very luxurious.
Maybe the ones that go to the other, what's the name of the place? It's Legon or something.
Larry.
No, but I'm
But
saying
a
that.
U-turn was made on that.
Yes, but it was after, the hue and cry, similar
But
to
fair, a number of U-turns were made on a number of issues.
Like
during
which one?
Like just this luxury tax that you've mentioned.
No, again, I'm
So
saying
why
that
didn't you
it
make U-turn on
Yes, on
E-Levy?
this one too. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because then both parties,
E-Levy, the public resentment on E-Levy was much more higher than the luxury.
vehicle tax.
You understand?
But I'm saying that, it appears we are not thinking through a lot of the things, and it's not just limited to, the government that left. Maybe this one or the ones before the other one. We should think through some of these things. Let's listen to ourselves more and more, because at the end of the day, everybody pays. You as the MP, you will go to Parliament and say that, you support it because you have been whipped to do it. However, your cousin...
In fact, we paid more than everybody.
Thank you.
Because the money transfers we do a day.
Yeah.
Members of Parliament. You have no idea.
You
Some of
get
us
it.
open a credit line
Oh, no, did you just
with
say?
the agency.
The truth is that ever since Momo became part of our lives, and our folks realized that Momo is part, they'll tell you, Fabitum Mame, why? And that's our nature.
Yeah.
And so if somebody asks you, 2 days ago, my classmate of mine, from primary school, this classmate, we are now old, calls me, and then I look up and share. Me do see catch and they also did be too mommy.
Thank you.
Be no crack maybe for too mommy. But we are friends, so you have to do what is right. But like I said, it's good news. I wish government well.
Yeah.
It's too early for me to be criticizing government because it is not right. If they do something which is wholly bad, that one I'll criticize them.
Yeah.
But as a principle, needs talking morality and principle this morning. For me, I'm observing government for a while. I want government to be in honeymoon for a while, so that all the thing government is
You
doing.
don't want to be in team for
so when in team is in parliament. If I were in parliament, there's a responsibility on me.
Right.
As if I were the ranking member.
You've been in parliament before.
Yes, there's a responsibility on me. I will have to act. So that one I can't hold in team back.
And he's not just a member, he's ranking on the committee.
But when the MPP flag bearer mentioned at the time that he was going to abolish it, what was he going to replace it with also? I'm saying this because now you have Stika, that's Stephen Amo, saying that, he thinks that
this
is going to
is not good at this time.
And that, it shouldn't have been done. Now,
he was a deputy minister when the presidential candidate
precisely
said he was going to scrap it.
And he didn't make any comments against it.
So the same issue of morality I'm talking about.
So you see, that's why I don't like a conversation of bringing people and mentioning names. It's a group, an administration, and it's my administration I served under. That's what I said. We thought it will help us. We brought
that was a collective decision.
That was a collective decision. It has failed. Ultimate responsibility, I bear. And so I'm part of it. At the end of the day, that's why I said I wish government well. I'm looking at how, because I know that being in government, there's something we call the wage bill. And it is not an easy task. This budget is now going to meet the wage bill, and it is starting from this month because the vote on account has been spent, which ended with the last month. And I pray for government to be able to mobilize enough so that we'll see the social implementations, the things that needs to be done for our communities. That's what we want.
Yeah, but Honorable, you see, you are in a very difficult position, a position that I wouldn't want to be, where you belong to a government that passed it, and let's say, quote unquote, enjoyed it. Then you belong to a party that was led by a vice president who promised to repeal it when he comes to office. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, enjoyed, we will repeal. Now, had he repealed, what was he going to replace?
No, I'm sure they would have, just like
I can't be a consultant to knee in his government. And so we are trying to play a smart devil's advocate here. And I cannot suggest to you what my candidate would have done.
You leave that for the campaign.
That's what I said. Now I just have to zip up and comfortably sit in your seat. I can't do that.
Oh, no, but you are Ghanaian.
Stika is saying that he shouldn't have been scrapped.
Exactly.
You see, that's why I said I don't want names to be mentioned here. He's his president's opinion as a Ghanaian.
As an
the
individual.
Constitution gives him that right. More or less, he's a member of parliament. And he's free to speak his mind.
He was a deputy minister of finance.
See, he was a deputy minister, serving under a minister.
Then.
And you know the protocols. I don't need to go too far about it.
Right. Very well. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your comments and contributions. The show is very, very interactive. We'd like to hear from you. The WhatsApp number is 0204 447033. 0204 447033. Send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. This one says, good morning. I'm watching from Tema. My name is George. Good to know the E-Levy has been repealed and GRA has even ordered the immediate removal. Why is the MTN CEO also singing a different song that it can't be removed instantly without approval? I'm sure you must have listened to the MTN CEO speak on a different matter. We can give you an answer to this question, but hopefully there will be some explanations going forward. What we know is that the GRA, though, has ordered the immediate removal of the electronic transfer levy following President Mahama's assent to the bill. This is Breakfast Daily. I have the former lands local government minister and a former member of parliament for Lante Vanderpuye here with me. Larry Dogbe of the Herald newspaper is here. The Honorable Seth Champong, former regional minister for the Eastern region, also here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back. Yes.
yes.
Thanks for that.
He was clandestinely removed by Brian Champong.
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
You still come back.
Oh, it is my right to always serve my country once I have the energy. So if the time comes and there's that opportunity to go back to the chamber, it's a lovely chamber. You have to be in parliament and understand the work that parliamentarians do. And if you really want to grow with the country and help the country in that, why not? The experience we have, if I still have the energies, I have to go back, I'll go back.
Very well, very well. We'll get back into it. There was mention of the Honorable Intim Fojo. When we come back after this break, we'll look at the issues of alleged cocaine smuggling and money laundering. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration.
Viva cola, viva grapes and
From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
grapes and orange. Give me viva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. I have three fine gentlemen with me. I am learning so much from them, and the conversation is very rich. We just dealt with the abolition or the repeal of the E-Levy, the emissions tax, and the betting tax. We're going into the conversation of alleged cocaine smuggling and money laundering in the country. The ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee,
Defense and Intelligence.
Defense and Intelligence. Defense and
No,
Intelligence.
defense and interior.
Defense and Interior. Are we changing it?
Yes.
No.
It's the new standing orders.
Yeah, the new standing orders has the intelligence committee.
Yes.
Yes,
Then defense
but
and
he is
interior.
Defense
They
and
still
Interior.
maintain defense and
Yeah, they
interior.
maintain
Yes.
defense and interior, and they created intelligence.
Intelligence.
Oh,
Yes.
Then
Okay.
they went quick. Then one. That's why. Oh, sorry.
So I mean, no, it's it's good. It's good that we get this the explanation so that we both learn. We all learn from it.
Because
so,
I thought we asked that it should be security and intelligence.
No. So
Defense
you remember
and-
when we were in the 7th Parliament when we were
Yeah.
working on this
Yeah.
particular
The new standing
standing
orders.
orders? Those were the thinking.
Yes.
But when it had gone through a different parliament, I think some more work was done. And then they felt that they would mimic some other parliaments. So some other parliaments have intelligence committee standalone.
Standalone.
So they also created an intelligence committee. So this intelligence committee has its leadership. Honorable Zaneto is the chairperson for the intelligence committee, and Brian Champon is the ranking. And then James Agauga is for defense and interior. And then Tim Fojo has been made the ranking member.
right. So thanks for that correction. And so let's stick with Defense and Interior, where the ranking member, the Honorable Tim Fojo, I think he's MP for Asen South. Asen South has raised issue regarding what he says suspicious activities of some 2 planes that landed in the country. But also in the news, we've heard of the bust of some substance alleged to be cocaine with a street value of about $350 million US dollars. His concern is the reputation this gives us as a country, and his demand is for some brief regarding this. However, what I am interested in is that, per the privilege of being on the Defense and Interior Committee, should he not be privy to the investigations going on by virtue of his position on that committee? And did he not have the opportunity to formally request for a briefing before going public with this issue, in order not to jeopardize the investigations? Because some of these investigations, whether we like it or not, are supposed to be behind closed doors. Oh no, I'll start with you.
Oh, well, first let me say that you have to look at his designation. But he's Reverend Honorable Ntim Fojo. And so, as a reverend, he must always be circumspect with what he says.